Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Ochakde Show. We're Silicon Valley's first business and self-improvement podcast for teens, hosted by a team. Me, I'm Sachin Syal. I'm a 17-year-old award-winning entrepreneur and podcaster from the Bay Area, and I interview remarkable and influential entrepreneurs, executives, investors, and just inspiring people from all walks of life so we can learn from their stories and level up ourselves. I'm also the co-founder and CEO of 3doshas.com. So I run a coaching company, and it's based on 3 doshas energies, which are from yoga and Ayurveda. And the purpose of the show is to inspire you to go for it, which is what the Punjabi word ochakde means. Today, our very special guest is Dr. Cynthia Teniente-Matson. She's the 32nd and current president of San José State University, and she was a former president of Texas A&M University, San Antonio. So welcome to the Ochakde Show.
Thank you.
How are you, and what's new and exciting?
Well, I'm great, and it's a new exciting time because it's summer, so it's a time for refresh for you as you get ready for college, but for your audience and your friends who are out on summer break. What that really means at our university, though, is this is a time for immense preparation for fall. So I'm already mentally at the end of the fall term. So we're preparing for all of our orientation activities, our class schedules, where students will be in the fall in terms of all of the activities that happen in Associated Students, in the Student Union, in athletics. So I've been madly scheduling the last few days all the way through January. So like I said, in my mind, the semester is gone. And we had orientation earlier this week, so I get a chance to meet with parents, students, and everything that's getting ready to happen for the fall. So it's exciting.
Awesome. And most of my audience knows this. Some people that don't know, I just graduated high school, and I'm going to be going to sjsu. I'm majoring in advertising in the School of Journalism and Mass Communications. I'm super excited.
Go Spartans.
Go Spartans, exactly. What exactly does it mean to be the president of sjsu? What is that role? What does the role mean of what you do for that?
So that means I'm the chief executive officer and president of everything that happens within the footprint of San José State University, and all of our operations, our activities, our financial responsibilities, all of our fiduciary responsibilities. But more than anything, I'm the chief caregiver and storyteller for all of our students, our alumni, our faculty, our staff, and everything that we do here at the university.
That's awesome, and you're doing a really good job. Because when I was doing the college search, SJSU was already my top choice. But after I did some more research, and then I searched who's the president of SJSU, and then I saw your picture, I did more research on you, and then I watched your videos. Then I went to the Economic Summit, and I saw your video there, and then I just I should maybe interview her on my podcast.
Well, I'm glad you reached out to me. I'm excited. I always get a chance to meet existing students, new students, and prospects. And you're right, there's a lot that choices that students make based on what they find in social media, what they can find on the internet. In fact, I was talking to a CEO this morning about this exact same topic. I had a conversation with the CEO of Hootsuite, who is the social media integrator, ERP platform for what we do here at San José State.
I was going to also ask you, as the president of SJSU, there's a few things that's pretty obvious. Your education is important to you. You think that it's crucial for people to be successful. This is something that's kind of slightly controversial in the entrepreneurial space, because I hear a lot of people saying, if you want to be an entrepreneur, you don't even need college and stuff. I disagree with that. Why is education so important to you, and how do you think university can transform lives?
So I'm glad you asked that question. Our university is known for transforming lives. And that's a significant part of what we do here. In Silicon Valley, as the public university of the Silicon Valley, the capital of Silicon Valley here in San Jose State, or San Jose, the city, we are at the epicenter of the future. We always have been. We are the original startup, and our students are the original influencers, as well as our faculty and staff. So these are critical factors for us. So how we think about that future for entrepreneurs is really critical. So we provide support for our students in entrepreneurship, in incubation, in acceleration, in going from the seed of the germination of an idea to becoming a seed, to becoming a concept, to scaling to all of the other aspects. Many entrepreneurs at some point do need technical expertise in finance, in business, in advertising, in public relations. You can surround yourself with lots of experts, lots of technical analysts, but ultimately, if you're going to be the CEO of your entrepreneurship, your business, your venture, you also need to be the CEO of your career and your life. And those are skills that are very much embedded into all that we do here at San Jose State, particularly in the Lucas College of Business, where you've been accepted as an advertising and PR major. So and your lifetime, let's say you live to be 100 years old, within your life, you're going to have lots of different experiences that are well beyond where you are today. And your education sets you up for that future, where your intellectual talent and capital continuously is refreshed. And you begin that as a college student.
Exactly. I was also going to ask you a question about your experience doing an EDD, because you are Dr. Cynthia Teniente-Matson.
That's right.
Maybe I kind of want to have that doctor thing too. I don't know if I want to do a PhD or we'll see. We'll see. I think it's cool. So what exactly is an EDD, and like, how did that help you, and why did you exactly choose to do that?
So an EDD is an educational doctorate. It's the culminating degree for someone in the path of education. You might know I have an undergraduate in business and I have an MBA.
I saw that.
So I'm a CFO by training. My professional career was as a chief financial officer before becoming a CEO. So the EDD made sense for me in practicality, because I chose, and by that time when I earned my degree, that my career path was going to be in education and higher education. So that's, for me, was the distinction between the EDD and the PhD. Both are rigorous. Both require a lot of research. They require enhancing your skills and your knowledge and becoming a scholar at that level. But for me, the EDD was practical, applied, and directly related to my field.
And I'm pretty sure you can do an EDD from SJSU too, right?
Correct. We have a fabulous EDD program here through Dr. Heather Latimer, who's the Dean of the Lurie College of Education. But also they have some online programs where their degrees are fully online. We have other doctorates here at SJSU as well.
Nice. What are some of the future plans of SJSU? You don't have to tell us like the top secret stuff, like stuff that can't be released yet. But some of the stuff that my audience maybe would be excited about. So actually, so many people from Irvington High School in Fremont, California, are going to SJSU. It's like one of the most popular schools that kids go to.
This is true, and a lot of your students, your colleagues, your friends who come to San Jose State have an edge in the employment market. So if you follow publications like the Wall Street Journal, the like, we are frequently, especially over the last 2 years, have been top ranked in public university classifications, not only for degree attainment, but for careers and for earnings. And we know that's really important to our student body. So what's in the future? Continue to grow our international rankings, but more practically, we are opening our new Spartan Village on the Paseo in August. So this is our new residence hall that used to be, by the way, a Fairmont Hotel, and then it became a Hilton Hotel, but it's now going to become a fabulous university asset right here along the Paseo del San Antonio. So there's a lot of excitement already occurring, and that's going to be a lot of fun. We have a lot of new academic programs in the pipeline. We are very committed to embedding artificial intelligence and AI certifications and credentials across all of our disciplines. Right now, we're the only CSU, the only California State University campus that actually has a master's degree in artificial intelligence, and it's in its third cohort. So it's not brand new. It's something we've been doing for some time. We have faculty deeply embedded in all forms of the conversions of these technologies, from machine learning to large language models, AI. All kinds of students ask me all the time, what about AI? What do I need to know about AI? And so we know that this is critical on the minds of young people. At least it's what I'm hearing. and young professionals, young students who are concerned about what does this mean for their employment in their future.
Yeah.
So we are all about integrating that into what we're doing across the curriculum in every college. So you're going to see that during your journey here. And we are introducing a new college of Data, Information, and Society.
Ooh.
So that college is launching in the fall also.
Nice.
So there are a number of new academic initiatives that we're working on. We're very closely aligned with business leaders, so you're going to find more corporate partnerships that will be announced. For example, we're in a partner with Adobe, which is also right down the street from us.
Yeah.
So we are expanding our Adobe ambassadors programs and other initiatives with Adobe, as well as others that are in the pipeline.
Yeah.
So we know, like I said, the significance of this for students, their parents, and what they are looking for in career aspirations or preparing for graduate school. And we want every student coming through here to be ready for a job through fabulous internship programs and the like.
I've already talked to my dad and my mom and my brother about this. Hey guys, there's a thing called the sjsu. It's like student ambassador for Adobe. I'm thinking of doing that. Actually, I am going to do that. So
you absolutely should do that. You not only are you embedded in all the tools at a very deep level, our faculty are very embedded in this program. We have over 300 faculty who have gone through all of the Adobe tools training, development, and how to embed that into the curriculum. So we see that excitement happening in the classrooms. So what you're learning here is relevant to what you're going to do day one at work. But because we're so close to the headquarters, we also have engagement opportunities for our students, and we host opportunities with Adobe either in their offices or here on our campus. So there's a lot of cool things happening, not only with Adobe, but with other providers as well.
So as you know, this show is the majority of the audience is teens. I know like later in your life your story now because I learned some of that stuff, but can you bring us back to like when you were a teenager, like where did you grow up, what were you into, what got you into education, how did you just keep going up and up and up?
So my family moved around. I'm a first generation college student. So for all the first gen students, that really informs my leadership and how I think about our university and the experiences we create for students. I actually grew up and went to middle school and high school in Alaska. And I earned my undergraduate and my MBA from the University of Alaska, 2 different campuses in this system. So my focus early on, and I want to encourage students to really explore, and you can do a lot more of that now in high school and summer, or in all kinds of field-based experiences, even high school internships, to think about what your career aspirations are. I started off as an engineering major and switched to business because in my first semester, I discovered that this was not something that really I was excited about and didn't necessarily want to do that level of work. So I went the business route and really enjoyed all of my coursework in business. One is not better than the other. It is just different in terms of what aligns with your interests. So I encourage students, teenagers, talk to your school counselor, talk to your faculty, your teachers at school, and learn more about your personal interests, your personal strengths, and understand how that fuels your fire, what lights your spark to what you want to do, much like what you're doing around advertising and public relations and just reaching out and leaning into what are stretch opportunities and making things happen. You're already demonstrating your entrepreneurial skills and what you're doing by generating your own podcast. All of that is within reach. Another thing that's really different now for students is you can pretty much DM anybody. You can contact anybody, you can connect with anybody. You couldn't do that when I was a student. It was much harder to even find out who leaders were. So I'd encourage your audience to really talk to people, talk to career professionals. You would find that adults really want to connect with students when it is in a meaningful way with very specific ideas about what you're looking for. So I always encourage students to talk to those that they see as role models. I think it's important to be visible role models in university leadership. But for mentorship, to engage with what is it you want to be mentored on or about, not just broad, I'm looking for a mentor. or I'm looking for a role model.
Well, there's actually a specific term for that in like entrepreneurship, cold emailing and cold calling, right?
Sure,
That's what it's called. And that's what I do. Actually, that's how I get on my podcast guests.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I look up to this person. This person is similar to what I want to do with my future. So let me reach out. And they get back to me.
But your cold calls are more targeted. So yes, they're cold calls, but they're targeted cold calls. They aren't just blanket cold calls. So you have developed a good narrow niche for what your target audience is. That's why I responded to you.
Thank you.
Yes.
As we wrap up here, these are the last two questions that I asked all my guests. Okay. First one you slightly kind of already answered, but it's just, what is your best advice for teens? Just teens anywhere around the world, just teens in general.
Take a chance. Think about what it is that you aspire to do and don't be afraid. It's okay to change your mind. It's okay to explore lots of different options until you land what's best for you. Listen, you have your whole life to work. So spend time figuring out what you want to do, volunteer, go to public service sorts of activities where you can really experiment with what will bring you joy and happiness.
I love that, and I'm going to do that. Last question of the day. What was your favorite part of being on the Ochakde show?
Well, getting to meet you, having you come to campus, and getting a chance to talk about what inspired you about coming to San Jose State, and learning about your entrepreneurship endeavors and what you hope to do with your life is pretty exciting. I love the fact that you want to build an empire. Given that we're Spartans, we are behind empire building. So congratulations, and I look forward to seeing you on campus.
Thank you so much. That was, gotta do the fist bump.
Okay.
That's the podcast. Or we can do we can do the handshake to be formal and then the fist bump, because this is Dr. Cynthia Teniente-Matson, guys. I was the president of San Jose State University. Thank you so much for coming on my podcast.
Absolutely.
If you go to San Jose, if you're one of my friends and or you want maybe go for a master's, or you're already going for undergraduate, you made the right choice. If you've already committed, you made the right choice. I feel like I've made a really good choice. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time.